Don't let your kids hear you say, oh, gosh, it's Wednesday night. I don't want to go tonight. I mean, you're ruining your kids' idea of God when you talk like that in front of them. Don't ever let your kids hear you say, oh, Lord, I don't want to go to church. If I don't, He'll preach about it. You know, boy, you adore Him. You know, you really adore Him. Listen, oh, come let us adore Him. Man, be lined up just like going to see Santa Claus. If we taught our kids about Jesus right, He's going to bring us gifts. He's coming and His reward is with Him. And He's coming from the north. He's going to come and reward everyone according to their works. See how the devil just switched old Santa Claus. I've heard people say, yeah, Santa Claus ain't going to bring you nothing either. Trying to make their kids behave. Not only that, He's no respecter of persons. He loves everybody. Red and yellow, black and white. You know, His coming is looked forward to more than any other single event of the year. The coming of Santa Claus. Not the coming of Jesus. Not the second coming of Christ. I know some of y'all, I know some of you, you're sitting there saying, well, Brother Danny, why don't you just lay off stuff? It's no big deal. That bothers me. That bothers me. We're supposed to be looking for the coming of Jesus, people. The Lord's coming back. It bothers me that the devil has made us look more forward to Santa Claus coming than it does the Lord coming. The kid's going to sing that song in the play. I like it. It said, oh, you better not, however it goes. What does it say? Better watch out. Better not cry. Better not do something other. I'm telling you why. Jesus Christ is coming again. That's good. That's good. That's good. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you cheat at school and act like you eat your food and disobey your mom and daddy. Oh, you better be good. You better straighten up and get saved. You better plead the blood. Jesus Christ is coming again. Amen? That's right. The truth is, the Bible said the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the good and the evil. Amen? The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the good and the evil. Jesus does look at you. He sees you everywhere you go, right through them walls. He knows your thoughts. He knows the hairs on your head. I mean, that's how powerful the Lord is. Some guy had a bumper sticker on their car that said, the Lord has all the hairs on your head numbered. And in parentheses it said, and your wig too. He knows how many hairs in your wig, brother. Amen. Is it wrong to tell the truth? No. Is it wrong to tell a lie? Yes or no? All right. I don't want him getting the credit that the Lord deserves. Amen. Somebody figured it up, and they said to go to all the houses in the world, and one night Santa Claus would have to travel 800 miles a second. That's moving on, ain't it? Amen. Well, let me give you just a little bit thing here, and if you want to say something, you can. Here's how it got started. You got to listen to this part now. According to legend, where does Santa Claus come from? Saint Nicholas, they had a cult of Saint Nicholas before the Reformation. This is like before in the 1400s, 1500s. There were over 2,000 ecclesiastical dedications, that means churches, to Saint Nicholas in France, Germany, and the Low Countries before 1500, honoring him. The Christmas Almanac states, quote, by the Middle Ages, St. Nicholas was probably invoked in prayer more than any other figure except the Virgin Mary and Jesus Christ himself. They prayed to him, St. Nicholas. He was a miraculous folklore and legends surround this mysterious St. Nicholas. Among the more popular legends of St. Nicholas is the rescue of 3 poverty-stricken girls destined for prostitution. Because these girls were very poor, they didn't have a dowry to have a proper marriage. St. Nicholas miraculously saved them from a life of shame by providing money for them. Then they were able to get married. Another miracle he performed was 3 young boys were murdered by a wicked innkeeper. Their bodies were chopped up and preserved in pickle barrels with a cannibalistic intent of feeding their flesh to unsuspecting house guests. Yeah. And St. Nicholas resurrected the boys and brought them back to life, and their mutilated bodies were come up, and they started calling him Saint Nick, Saint Nick, Santa Nick, and left off the Nick, Claus, Santa Claus. I guess it is. You got it, brother. That was the ho-ho-hos right there, them 3 girls. There you go. Amen. Amen. Now they're mad at Santa Claus because he calls them hoes, like Don Imus did and got fired for it. I think Santa Claus ought to say ho-ho-ho. Amen. Amen. He ought to go to every concert where rappers are and do his little rap. And he smokes pipe now. They're mad about that. You heard that? That's the latest this week. He smokes a pipe. Bad example for kids. Tell him he flies through the air. Tell him he comes down the chimney. Whatever you want to tell him. But, Lord, don't let him smoke. They said to Hillary went and seen a movie. It's no joke. Hillary Clinton went and seen a movie, and she was disappointed. It just really disappointed her that one of those Hollywood actors smoked a cigarette in that movie. You can cuss, take God's name in vain, take your clothes off, whatever. But if you smoked a cigarette, Hillary was disappointed. That shows she is missing some stuff upstairs, brother. Well, anyway, let me finish this. Next, according to legend, Santa magically appears in the Netherlands around the 17th century. During this time, Sinterklaas, a name for Santa Claus, Sinter, S-I-N-T-E-R, was officially born. Now listen to this now, and you're going to learn something that ain't hardly nobody in Walmart knows right now because they're at Walmart, not here. Listen. Dutch children began the tradition of the Netherlands and Dutch children of placing their shoes by the fireplace on December the 5th for the mystic 4th century Bishop St. Nicholas, which was shortened to Sinterklaas, where we get our name Santa Claus. The next morning, the gleeful Dutch children quickly awoke to gifts and goodies in their shoes. And Sinterklaas miraculously traveled from housetop to housetop, entering through the chimney. That started in 1500s. So these kids took their shoes off and put them by the fireplace, and the next morning when they got up, they had goodies in their shoes. There's where the stocking come from, right? And you hang your stocking up. I got mine hung on my chimney right now. Go ahead, Brother Jason. That's right. December 5th. That's the night, ain't it? Well, we better put our shoes out here. Let's all put our shoes. That was the stinkiest place up in here. And tomorrow we'll come back and see if somebody's filled them with goodies. All right. Our next stop on the Santa Claus Highway is 1626 in the new world called America. In December 1809, American essayist Washington Irving published a popular satire of the Dutch founding of New York, a Knickerbocker history of New York. That's where the New York Knicks come from, 1800s. And they said this: a sage dreamed a dream, and lo, the good St. Nicholas came riding over the tops of the trees in that self-same wagon wherein he brings his yearly presents to the children. And when St. Nicholas had smoked his pipe, listen to this now, he twisted it in his hat band and laying his finger on his nose, quickly out of sight, and down, dash away, Prancer, Dancer, Donna Dixon. I forgot all them reindeer. I'll show you who's a fanatic in here. Who can name all the reindeer? All right, let's hear you, brother. Who can name all the reindeer? $5. Anybody can name all the reindeer? Now, I can't hear you. Now Dasher, now Prancer, now Comet, now Dixon. Cupid. Is that one named Cupid? Well, you just can't do it. Lost your $5. All right, let's hear it. $5 run out. Let's hear it. Y'all can't even name all the rain. I don't even know how many there are. Well, let's hear them. You know them, Sandy P? Fail. Dasher. Rudolph. Forgot him. Comet. Donner. Donna. One of them named Donna. Elvis, he's one. How many is that? But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph! You left out Rudolph, you don't get your $5. Anyway, he laid his finger beside his nose like this. Ain't that what he did in the poem, The Night Before Christmas? Yeah, with a little nod. And he shot up in the sky. He was in a UFO, though. He's imitating UFOs. He had a very significant look, then mounting his wagon, he returned over the treetops and disappeared. That's where it come from. 1809. And then they started hanging up a stocking in the chimney on St. Nicholas Eve, which stocking is always found in the morning, miraculously filled. He's been good, ever been a great giver of gifts, particularly to children. I got a whole book here on that stuff, wrote by a preacher friend of mine. All right, any questions? We're going to stop right there. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. All you kids in here tonight, you ain't getting nothing for Christmas. Nothing. You bunch of brats have been mean, and you ain't getting squat this year. Nope, you ain't going to rebellious spirit will not work. Nobody getting nothing. No, I'm just kidding. You'll get whatever your mom and daddy buys you, and you hug their neck and tell them you appreciate it. And if you say, shh, hush, then if you see Santa Claus at the mall, I have some of my brethren took what I said and went to the extreme. You know, and kids will say, oh, you're the devil. Yeah, made a big scene in the mall. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't get self-righteous on, you know. And I remember spitting on Santa Claus and kicking him, you know.